there is some serious fear going around in the collective. This is a message for all signs. Now we've got the Nine of Swords on the board. This is a card for fear, stress, anxiety. This is the energy that's going around this week. So you might be feeling it already. You might be feeling fearful, angry, anxious. I'm not angry, anxious, and there's a sense of defensiveness too. So the things that I actually saw was a monster when I felt the energy behind your cards, and it was like an outline of like a boogeyman. It wasn't even like a real monster. It was like just the outline. So this tells me that there's almost like an unfounded fear, or a fear of something that's like the unknown, or like a boogeyman, something that may not, is almost like part of the, like imaginary, okay? Something that's partially imaginary. Now, the other things that I saw, a whistle. I saw a whistle, and then I saw like other tchotchkes and tools. So part of this energy is preparing yourself and being ready to deal with boogeymen. Feeling like we need to be prepared. Like maybe you feel like you need to travel around the town with like a can of mace, you know, the pepper spray in your purse, or even if you're a dude, you pepper spray because you don't feel safe. And that's the tchotchke. There's a sense of being prepared to deal with something that we're afraid of. That maybe this is just like, there's something that's literally causing you to be afraid, like someone's threatening you. And so you're getting physically prepared. Maybe you bought a handgun, or maybe, you know, you're keeping some kind of like weapon in the house. But I think this is actually more energetic. I think that a lot of you are worried about like an energy vampire, like an energetic boogeyman. And some of you guys are, and this is more like the witchy type of you, are using your tools, your tchotchkes, to protect yourself from those type of energies, those type of thought forms, entities, spirits, whatever you want to call them. Okay, this could also be something you might have to do this week, because maybe there's something floating around you and you got to, you know, blow the whistle and spook it off. Maybe you got like something floating around your house, like an entity of some kind. Let's pull more cards. Ooh. So, 10 of Cups and 10 of Wands, very strange. 10 of Cups and 10 of Wands. This feels like, I mean, 10 of Cups is family. It's ancestry. Maybe this is an ancestor. Maybe the boogeyman is ancestral. So either it's an ancestral fear, a fear that's been passed down, or it's literally like you got a ghost in your house, you know? Because with the 10 of Wands here, it's like something that's heavy. So it's a heavy presence, right? It's a heavy vibe. Let's see what else there is. Holy shit. 10 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. 10 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. So 10 of Swords is the negative influence. It's probably like the dead person. It's the ghost. It's the ghost, whether that is a literal or figurative ghost. Whether it's a real ghost or whether it's imaginary. It's the fear. It's the fear of the thing that we're trying to put to rest. We're trying to prevent this thing to destroy it before it gets us, basically. Wheel of Fortune next to the 10 of Swords is destroy it before it gets to us, right? Nasty spirit, let's say it's a vampire. Well, you got your cross and you got your garlic, right? You destroy it before it gets to you. And that's just what you guys are dealing with this week, for whether this is energetic or physical, whether this is just like spiritual or a person, right? Now on the bottom we have the Sun card, which is telling me that this is just part of your everyday life. This is like, it's like you live with a ghost inside your house, you know? It's like everyday life you live with this fear. It's not like this is like a one-time occurrence. Or if it is a one-time occurrence, you live with this fear of happening just all the time, even though it might only happen once, right? Okay, let's pull more cards. Let's see what we get from the Oracle cards. See what else we can find out about the boogeyman, what the boogeyman is for you, and what kind of tools are the proper tools to deal with the boogeyman. Like, if you're dealing with a spirit, right, you probably want salt. If you're dealing with a person, well, you might just want to, I don't know, not give, it's like, how would you deal with the person? Just not give them your number, right? You deal with different things with different tools. And so there is a boogeyman that you have to deal with. The question is, how do you deal with it? All right, so we have the Foot coming out, we have the Wizard's Tower, and we have Gemini. You're not crazy. You're not crazy. I mean, if you think, if there is a negative influence, shit be happening. The Foot. It's like you heard somebody walking, right? So you heard somebody walking in your house? Well, guess what? Somebody was walking in your house. It was like a friggin' dead person spirit walking around your house. You're not crazy because the Wizard's Tower is seeing things from a vantage point where you are seeing clearly. And then Gemini is something actually taking place. Gemini is like there's a sort of an exchange. So if the ghost is there, then that's why it's showing up as Gemini, because it's two people. It's you as one person, and the ghost is the other person hanging around you. Let's see what else there is. You are like, I think you guys are very aware. You're very aware people. You can't not see it. Maybe you're just, you guys are psychic. You know, you guys are psychic, or you just sense when someone is a negative presence and you can't not sense it. And you're like, I need tools. I need to protect myself. Like even if it's just a person, you're like, I need like a malachite, you know, some kind of protective stone to just wear near them, because you can just tell. You guys can sense. It's obvious to you. Virgo and the King, especially with Libra, is like something you can't miss. Not necessarily everybody, because Virgo is somebody who has a keen eye, but you can't miss it. And because you can't miss it, it's a subject of stress, right? Going back to the Nine of Swords, because you can't not see this entity or person or negative influence, you can't not be stressed out by their presence and their negative vibe. That's why you might legitimately need spiritual protection, energetic protection from this negative influence. Let's pull advice. Let's see what you guys should be doing about the boogeyman that is, maybe you guys just live in like a dangerous neighborhood, and it's like every day you walk home and you feel like, you know, you're gonna get held up, you know? Maybe some of you it's like very physical like that, but I don't think so. I think it's some of you it's physical, some of you it's spiritual. Let's see what we get. Judgment. Hold on. Yeah, you know, you're right. You guys are right to want to be prepared. And the advice is be prepared. Be prepared. The Fool is you walking like you not having, you know, not paying attention. The Fool is you not paying attention and something happening to you. But then all these three cards are you paying attention. So the advice is, yes, be prepared. Don't act like a fool, because there is something about your circumstance that does warrant being aware of the boogeyman, that does warrant the whistle, that does warrant all of the protective, you know, the cross, because you got vampires in your neighborhood. There is something about being vigilant. There is something that you're not crazy, and the advice is to be watchful. On the bottom we have Five of Pentacles, which, Five of Pentacles, it's not necessarily going to get you. This boogeyman is not necessarily going to get you, but there's no reason to leave your door open for the boogeyman to come in. You know, it's like you might as well, it's like you got nothing to lose by locking your door, but at the same time, you don't need to live this way. You're not necessarily in the line of fire, not necessarily directly in danger, but there's also a good reason to be vigilant. There's a good reason to be vigilant, and that's what the cards are saying. Okay, let's see if there's any last advice from the Oracle, and then we're going to close out your reading. That's upside down. Any last advice for the collective, all signs, regarding this boogeyman? Any last advice? Any advice? All signs. What to do about the boogeyman? Okay. Taurus. Ooh. Wow. Just a sense of caution and safety. A normal, like, very standard sense of caution and safety. That's Cancer with Taurus. Cancer is being very safe. Cancer is actually almost too safe. But with Taurus here is being very practical. So that kind of mellows out the energy, and it's just saying be safe to a practical degree, and you'll actually be fine. Be vigilant to a practical degree. Take just the basic steps for your own safety, but also you don't have to act like the Nine of Swords from before. You don't have to have anxiety while you're just taking necessary practical steps. You don't always have to think that the worst is going to happen just because, like, every time you lock a door, you don't have to assume, like, I'm locking this door because I'm almost certain someone's going to come tonight and steal my stuff. It's like you don't have to act that way. You can just do it with just a sense of precaution, because you're actually not going to be attacked by the boogeyman. You're not. As long as there's a minor sense of vigilance and safety and precaution. That's what the cards are saying. I'm still not happy with this reading. Let's see if we got anything else. Anything else? Any last? The ship. Oh, the book reversed, Venus reversed, and the zero reversed. Wow. Yeah, like I said, you're not in the line of fire. Monster ain't gonna get you. Monster ain't gonna get you because you actually don't have what it's looking for. You're not even a target. You don't have Venus reversed. You're not rich enough. You don't know the things it wants to get from you. Maybe the boogeyman is, trying to get people who know certain things. You don't know it. You don't know it, you don't have it, you are not it. You are not the target for the boogeyman. You just aren't. The ship is you being distant. So it's like the boogeyman is never, you were never a target, your house was never a target, you aren't a consideration for the boogeyman. So just take practical steps, no need to stress. No need to live life in fear. That's what the cards are saying. No need to live life in fear. And I don't even think, maybe if you get a whistle, right? The whistle is the practical thing you can do. Get the can of mace if you think that's practical. Whatever you think is the most practical, sort of like lower level thing you can do, that's what the cards are saying. That's all you need to do. And nothing's going to happen to you. Okay, guys, that's your reading. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow the channel, all that stuff. And with that, I will see you guys next time.